This is my review for the movie Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm having to redo it because on my the video that I did before, I kept calling it Blood and Thunder. I don't know why. You know how that sounds nicer. But anyway, this tells this is the fourth Thor movie in the Marvel franchise, and obviously it's pretty much set after the events after Avengers Endgame, and obviously and then it stars obviously Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, and Christian Bale, who's the main antagonist, stroke villain in the actual movie. And it kind of tells a story. The basic gist of it, without spoiling it, is about I don't know, I forgot the name of the Christian Bale character, but basically his daughter's dying, and then basically these people are one of the kind of people where they always pray to the gods and always being worshipping them and being devoting their lives to them. So then he thinks that his God is gonna sit there and save his daughter. Obviously it doesn't, and I won't say what happens. So then he goes on a rampage and killing all the different gods that are around because of the way treating him. So you can kind of understand why he's kind of doing it, because you get to that extreme where you care about a family member who's dying, and then you've worshipped your whole life to a god, and then in the end they refuse to help you. But all I'll say is that the whole in how he manages to get rid of that particular god was a bit stupid. I mean, I like to call the MacGuffin that actually appears out of nowhere, which I thought was a bit silly. Anyway, it flashes back to Thor. He's with the Guardians of the Galaxy, hanging around with them. And then you got the Natalie Portman character. All I know is, I can't remember her name. All I know is her surname is Foster. Anyway, for those of you who are very familiar with the comics, the character is sick, and then with the Thor's original hammer, obviously she becomes the female Thor. Now I'm not sure if how the end game and what happens to the character in the end plays out like the comics, because I do remember the comics version of her, but not fully, so I'm not gonna kind of talk about stuff that I don't kind of really know, because obviously sometimes when they take comic book characters from TV to movie, they do changes here and there with the character, so the rappers there. And then obviously with Asgard obviously destroyed in the previous movies, they're living on Earth, and then basically the Christian Bale character kidnaps the kids in order to lure Thor. So the female Thor, and I think the other girl, I can't remember, I don't know if her name's Valkyrie, I don't remember. They basically have to team up to try and get the kids back, but obviously there's a twist as to why they wanted the kids in the first place, and it involves the two Thors. Basically, a sacrifice is made, and then there's a redemption for a character, and then there's a couple of post-credit scenes in this movie. Now, my honest thoughts of the full movie, Full Love and Thunder, make sure I get that right this time, I'm not recording it for the third time, is I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't kind of really like the actual movie. For me, it kind of felt disjointed, where you've got the bits of the Christian Bale bit, which started off kind of well, where it was kind of like serious. Then it becomes too kind of like comedic for me, and then it's like the jokes kind of, for me, fall flat, or they drag on far too long. Whereas in Thor Ragnarok, although I prefer, I'm going to be honest with you, is that I kind of prefer the original Thor film that was directed by Kenneth Branagh, because I just liked, to me, it had the right balance of where it was kind of serious, but then there were funny moments in it, but it wasn't too kind of over the top. It was just peppered in the right places and not overstayed its welcome, or too kind of cringy. And I think, to me, it had the kind of right balance. And the way obviously the Thor character's not serious and joking around and being silly, and then by the end of it he ends up becoming the hero that he's supposed to be. And to me, I like the way that they did that in the first movie, and then by the time you get to the second movie, with Thor Dark World, don't remember that at all. I mean, that's how kind of forgettable the actual movie actually was. So yeah, I mean, I know obviously I've always said that I'm more DC, but generally overall I am a DC and Marvel fan. It's just that I tend to lean more towards DC because of the characters that I relate to or grew up with more. But I do love Marvel, and as a comic book fan, seeing the superheroes on the small screen and big screen for me, it's like a dream come true. So I like to call myself a real comic book fan. But yeah, I didn't like the movie, and some places the CGI was kind of a bit wonky. I would say that the final fight at the end was I would say was kind of really good. But it's just, for me, it's just the humour, the comedy in it. It's just kind of a bit too all over the place for me. I mean, maybe there's people out there, but I know there's people out there that do like it, because there's been a mixed reaction of what people thought of the movie. Now, I didn't see the movie in the cinema, so I didn't have that kind of movie big cinema experience. I saw it on on Disney Plus. And then obviously for me, it's kind of been really expensive to go to see movies. I haven't gone to cinema in 3 years because it's just too expensive. So I either wait to buy them on Blu-ray, or what I tend to do is watch them on, say, like Sky Cinema, or watch them on there, and then eventually when they get down dirt cheap, and then I'll just buy them on Blu-ray to complete, like, whether it's my DC or Marvel collection. Or, you know, obviously or with a lot of the movies like Disney Plus, they appear in there like 2 or 3 months later anyway. So that's how I got to the Doctor Strange sequel. And the same thing with Black Panther. Again, it won't be seen at the cinema. Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, it's too expensive. Cinema. So I know that now, maybe a couple of months it's going to be on Disney Plus anyway, and I can watch it at the comfort of my own house and pause it at my leisure if I need to go to the toilet and not miss anything, whereas in the cinema you can't do it. But yeah, I would love to go back to the cinema and see things on the big screen, but it's just the price of the cinema these days. Not being scared of COVID or anything, it's just too much money. So yeah, I mean, I was kind of feeling that I've kind of already kind of forgotten the Thor Love and Thunder already. I've totally forgotten it. So and I've just moved on. So again, it wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't hate it, but I didn't kind of love it either. I mean, so to speak, it's just far too much humour in it. I think they've kind of gone too far the other way. Although, I think Ragnarok, when they did some of the jokes in there, those were actually, although I think that there's too much comedy in that as well, I do admit that they didn't go over the top with the jokes in there, and it actually was funny. Especially the bit with where Loki's on that planet, and then they have the arena, and then he sees Hulk, and obviously because of what Hulk did to him in the first Avengers movie, and then the look on Loki's face, right, was just completely priceless. So that was funny in itself, but even then I think then it was going down a slippery slope in terms of the kind of the humour, but at least it wasn't as bad as this one. Now, will I still be buying this movie? I don't think so. What I probably will do, just wait until it gets dirt cheap for a couple of quid on Blu-ray, and then I'll just put it as part of my collection, because obviously I've got most of the Marvel and DC movies already. So yeah, I'm not gonna get it £15 or £10. I'll just wait to get like 2 or 3 quid, and then I'll buy it, and then it'll be part of my collection. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of Love and Thunder. A lot of the stuff kind of just dragged on, and it's a little bit too cringy here and there. But you know, that's just my opinion. Anyway, let me know what you think of the movie. Anyway, hopefully I won't have to record this again. You'll probably see a difference because I'm recording this one on my 12 Pro, so it's gonna be a little different. Where normally I use my iPhone 7, but I've left it at home. So anyway, feel free to like and to share this video. Please leave a like, because that does help people find me on YouTube, because obviously the YouTube algorithms. Obviously, they cater towards the bigger YouTubers, so putting a like on the video really does kind of help. And then if you already haven't subscribed, please feel subscribe to my channel, and even show my videos to your friends or family. Maybe they might be on something on there that they might like, and then they may want to subscribe to my channel. And I'll speak to you all again soon. Take care, bye for now, and stay safe.